Hello, hello everybody. How you doing today?
I was thinking about Thanos today.
Thanos?
I was thinking about the snap. Oh, snap.
Snap. Oh snap, you're thinking about the snap again.
How are you doing today, my man?
I'm good, I'm good. Had some wine, so we're good.
Yeah. 2 days in a row with wine. Wow. All
I know.
right.
It's good to go. So what's our channel about?
Oh, I don't know. Our channel is about everything medical related. So everybody that is new, welcome back. To everybody that is new, welcome. Everybody that has been before, welcome back to our channel. Getting that medical degree, getting that MD, where we talk about our journey and tips and tricks and how to get into medical school, and everything in between,
Yeah.
everything medical related.
There's a lot
So,
in between, guys. There's a lot. So
what's going on today, Zach? What's this information thing?
yeah, this is what is a drug information pharmacist? This is a field of pharmacy they don't really teach you about in school or really any other profession. So you kind of have to like see the rotation. You're like, oh, that's a thing pharmacists do. Yeah, it's a thing pharmacists do.
So what is it?
So that's what we're getting into. That's an explanation.
Okay,
So
let's do it.
basically, they answer obscure questions. That's the like
Obscure,
obscure.
like who's the creator of Bitcoin? Obscure or like?
So a doctor will be looking on PubMed and stuff and be like, I can't find answer to this question. I need to figure out what's going on and what's wrong with my patient. Like, okay,
Ding ding ding! Here comes the
and
pharmacist.
here comes the question to the pharmacist that specializes in this kind of like area. I guess is like PubMed searches.
Is this like a pharmacist that like you call like is down in the basement like just reading books and like all of a sudden just the red telephone just rings and he like has to answer all your weird questions or something like.
They, I think some places are 24-hour service. I did a rotation with one of these people, and
Oh, it's actually a thing. Like you can call. I was making a joke, but really,
no,
okay,
no, they can
cool.
they can call in and ask questions, but usually they like doing an email better because then they can like do more like formal format for it, which is better. I mean, some things to know offhand, but then they also want like a written answer, and then it's like it's very a huge response for it. So this job has a lot of PubMed searches and literature reviews, so you'll get an obscure questions, and you're looking for mesh terms, which is how you search on PubMed. You find these like little mesh terms for the topic. You really have to pinpoint which mesh terms work the best. Figure out like if you want to use more recent research. So when I was on a rotation, we did searches using 5 years old. And if that gave us zero results, we'd spread out a bit more. But usually like 5 years is the how old articles usually have to be for them to use it in their topics. They'll find these articles, they'll read them, they'll review all this literature, and then they'll write back a nice little summary for the person. So this can take either an hour max or 24 hours, 48 hours, a week looking at one topic.
Jeez. This guy like the people who answer these questions must be like hardcore loving research
Well,
and
that's the
reading
thing. It's not
articles.
in their full job either. Most of these people actually work for the school for a different job. So they're either a professor or a researcher on part
So is
time.
so
So
so is this like a part-time job?
this is more of like they kind of part time, kind of full time. It's kind of iffy, like, depending on where you're at.
Wow,
The people
interesting.
I did it with, they're like they work as professors, but they also do this like on certain days of the week they're working here.
Wow.
But they're also always
Wow.
on call too, so they may get a random phone call, random message. They're like, "Hey, here's a question. We need his answer immediately." They're like, "Oh no." It's kind of hard to get
So
questions like that, but like it's kind of like if
like
it's
if
a,
you're like if you're showering and like or like if you're eating with your wife or your husband or whatever and like all of a sudden that they get an email, they have to answer it or a
yeah.
phone call.
Sometimes depending on what it is, if they usually have like a portal you type the information if you're not calling them. Like if they're off hours, you have to go like through the portal, and the portal will
Interesting.
be like, "Is this like immediately like is a patient in danger?" Basically, if not, how fast you want your answer by. And usually they
Right.
say like a day or two, which is fine. But if you think
All
about it,
right.
you're searching for this information, you're writing a literature review, now you have to summarize it with all the important results from the studies.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah.
It wasn't bad to do it as a student. I mean, I did all of the stuff they did. I wasn't
Uh-huh.
on call or anything. I just, like they just like called me on the phone like, "Hey Zach, I have a patient. This doctor wants this answer about this medication. You have 1 day to answer it. Good luck." But I'm faster than PubMed
Uh,
searches, so most of the time I
made
got my
made
answers in
the
within 1 hour.
made the best man win. Wow. Okay. I mean, yeah, because like just look everything up as much as you can.
And that's you get good, you get fast at doing it after you do so many PubMed searches for research. I did research for like 2 years in school,
You know,
so
back in the day when like so this makes me think like back in the day when like the internet was not a thing or wasn't as popular, like wasn't as popular like a Google search. Like you have this job, so like the guy probably had to go to a library and find this information for you.
yeah,
Maybe more than one library, and then get a bunch of books and try to read a bunch of them.
a lot of journals. They
Wow.
probably buy a lot of paper subscriptions to like
Yeah,
literature
paper
journals
subscriptions.
and read through them
Yeah.
all. Yeah, it's
Oh my
hard.
goodness. Back in the day would have been like really hard. So if you're listening to this and you were one of those guys, please comment down below. Props to you. I would like to shake your hand and say thank you.
I'd like to chat with you about how this actually worked back then, because that's a lot of
Yeah,
work.
let's. I would love to have someone. I do have a couple friends that I've asked if they wanted to be in this channel, and they say yes. So they could do a little interview and hear about what they do and everything. So
Literature reviews are interesting. We'll have to do a topic on that and like show people how you actually do it, because it's kind of hard to explain. Like mesh terms are weird, I guess you could say.
all right, next week get ready for that.
And do you have much experience doing literature reviews, or
I have read a crap ton of articles, but I don't think I've ever had to do any. Oh, actually, for my research, I was doing research in college with Doctor. Wait, I almost said her name, but yeah, okay. So now, not probably not as much as you did. I probably like maybe one, twice. Did you had to do a lot?
I mean, I had 2 years of research, which involved a lot of reading literature and seeing it what's like been updated for 2 years, and then rotation I had to do other projects too. So yeah, I did a lot. So
Okay.
I mean, I had an
Yeah,
entire
go
rotation
off.
dedicated to this.
Hmm.
I had one
All right.
question that had me stumped for 1 week. That's it.
Sir, you didn't have to drag me under the bus that hard, you know. That hurt. It's all right. No, I understand. I got to read a lot more articles. I feel like we are going to end up reading a lot more articles because I would like to make some videos about some articles and then like months later do like another article that disproves the article that we just did. I think that's gonna be fun.
That's fun. Just some medical literature update while we're here. New medication, well, not new. Medication got approved for weight loss, like the first medication since like 2014.
Yes, yes, I heard about that. Tell me more.
It's semaglutide, which is a class of diabetes medications. Which
Yes, we were actually okay. Yeah, I shouldn't say this. I probably shouldn't say this, but it has to do something with my research. Hint, hint. We didn't get as close as this research came out, but we were doing almost the same thing. But I'm not gonna say anything else because I will
yeah,
get killed.
liraglutide is already approved for, which is the same class of medications, which is a GLP-1, and semaglutide just got approved for it too. So like the entire class of GLP-1s is known to cause weight loss. So like
Dude, this is gonna change. Yeah, this is gonna change the whole like fitness industry, the whole like weight loss industry. Because people are just gonna be like taking this thing. Well, I mean, to some might work, to some might not work, but they're gonna just be like losing weight. Do you think they might? Do you think people might not need gastric bypass?
I don't know. I mean, this is a diabetes medication, so if you don't have diabetes, you have to be really careful with your sugars when you're taking this. Since this
Yeah.
is a diabetes medicine, not a weight loss medication. So
You,
like
regardless of not being a weight loss medication, people will still use it
they use
as
it
weight
already.
loss.
They already use it. It's literally
Yeah.
approved for diabetes, and like people in this drug class is known to cause weight loss. So like this is why this class is used a lot. That's why it's like one of the top
There
line.
is this I think there's also a drug for diabetes that people are using for live longer to elongate your life. So we can talk about that in another video, but
Yeah,
yeah,
there's some diabetes medicines that have cardiac benefits. So
uh-huh.
there's a
Yep.
couple of those. So we can talk about those
Which is
eventually
which is
too.
pretty crazy because like it's kind of like, the whole finding one thing and then finding out that it works for a couple other things that you didn't mean to. It's kind of like how they developed duct tape
Yeah.
by accident type thing.
Yeah, it's a really interesting topic, guys. And my other channel I'm working on right now is the PharmD Academy, and that's the channel I'm doing with my other pharmacist friend, which are We're doing journal club reviews every Wednesday, and this is the topic we are covering, the semaglutide trial. So I'll link that eventually when we do it. So I think that's it, guys. You have anything else you want to add,
All
Mitchell?
right. No, that's that was a good topic. Thank you for telling me what these people do.
Yeah, it's a boring field, but hey, if you're into it, it's cool. But we'll see you next video, guys. Peace.
Have a good one.